Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney both make their return to the ring on May 2nd, but against two different opponents. The first Haney vs Garcia fight was so entertaining. There were constant momentum swings throughout the fight. Every time I thought that Devin had found his footing and started to outbox Ryan, the latter would land another big left hook which would send Devin to the canvas. Ryan Garcia won the fight, and more importantly, stole the headlines with the beatdown he gave Devin and of course the drug test results afterwards. To be fair, if you're scoring it round by round, the scorecards would be very close, as Devin outpointed Garcia in most of the rounds that he wasn't dropped in. As you all know, Ryan popped for PEDs and has been out the ring for a year or so. Devin Haney also hasn't fought anybody since, and this May card feels like a big return for these guys, and it's a huge event for the lightweight division in general. Ryan Garcia vs Rolly Romero and Devin Haney vs José Ramírez will be the two headliners for the card, and both Rolly and Jose are not walks in the park for Garcia or Haney. This card reminds me of the Day of Reckoning Saudi events, where Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder were on the same card together but fighting separate opponents. A lot of fans were disappointed about this choice by Saudi at the time, and I agree that AJ vs Wilder should have happened on that card. That being said, I like that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are not having an immediate rematch. We've already seen that fight play out, and while it was a fun fucking fight, I'd rather see Devin and Ryan go away, fight some other contenders in the lightweight/welterweight divisions, and then have a massive rematch at the end of the year. That gives Saudi some time to properly build up the Garcia vs Haney rematch, allowing time for Devin Haney to get his confidence back by beating some good opposition after a pretty embarrassing defeat, and to also allow Garcia to fall back in boxing fans' good graces after his various tirades and obviously the PED controversy. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are still young guys, they have time to make the second fight, and overall, I'm a little tired of constant immediate rematches and legally binding rematch clauses in the sport. You know, there are other contenders out there and potential stars in the lighter weight classes to build up, so why do we feel the need to pit the same two boxers together right after they just had a fight? I want to see how Rolly Romero and José Ramírez do against Devin and Ryan, especially on the big Saudi stage. I feel like there's a bit of a promotion issue with the lighter weight divisions in boxing, and I hope that pairing decent contenders against popular stars like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney can expose them to a new audience. They do have legit skills, but outside of the hardcore boxing audience, they don't have real mainstream appeal, so a win over Devin and Ryan could really boost these guys' careers. Or Ryan and Devin just starch them in a few rounds, who knows. Although his last couple of performances were pretty lackluster, Ramírez does have the ability to beat Devin Haney. I mean, he was a former world champ himself after all. There's a good chance Ramírez pulls off the upset, since Haney could still be mentally dealing with the loss against Garcia. He might come off even more gun-shy, and Ramírez could very well walk him down. As for Ryan Garcia vs Rolly Romero, both are big punches for their weight class, and I'm personally excited for this fight more than the Haney-Ramírez matchup. What do you think about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney's return fights? Are you disappointed that they're not fighting each other? Like I said, I think Haney and Garcia both have mental hurdles they need to address, and the perfect way to quell them is by fighting other boxers before having the massive rematch. And it's not like they're going to not be interacting in all of the pre-fight build-up. In the initial press conference, Haney and Garcia were going back and forth. Those two were the only ones in the headlines, and they're not even fighting each other. The promotion for this card should be great, and I hope that both fights deliver. I'm glad that we're in a place with boxing now where cards are more spread out, with big, fun fights, and all the money and attention isn't solely focused on the main events. As for my quick predictions, I've got Devin Haney winning a cautious decision win, and fuck it, Rolly will beat Ryan Garcia by stoppage. Both are capable of knocking each other out, both have been knocked out by Gervonta Davis, and this fight in particular should be a fast-paced brawl. Rolly has bounced back since his loss against Isaac Cruz and put up a decent performance in his last fight. He was moving in and out of range quickly, always trying at least to put his right hand up when swinging fighting, even if it was a little too late. I'm not saying his defense is rock solid now, but he has improved since his KO loss. I can't wait for Romero versus Ryan Garcia. It seems like such a fucking fun matchup, and the event as a whole should be good. Like, subscribe, and comment what you think, and I'll catch you down the road.